He's like, who said hold it together? God doesn't want us to hold it together. He wants us to open up and for him to just do heart surgery, right? He wants to come in and heal us from within. And so that's the culture we want to create, where it feels a little uncomfortable. You know when you're wounded, if it's not healed, when you touch it, it hurts. But when it is, there's a deep scar, but you can touch it and it's okay. And that's your story. You see, that's what I've been through. And so if it was difficult to go there and it still hurts, it means there's more healing to be had, right?
Hello and welcome to day two.
Day two
of shift.
Shifty shit.
Really excited. So it's 9:45 and there's a sermon on at 10, so we're going to go and get ready for that, some worship first.
Do you know who it is today?
No, it's a lady.
A lady.
She sounds really cool. And then there's some lunch, another food sesh. Yes, that's the other thing about shift, is they feed you up.
We've not had any food
It's really
yet.
great. Oh yeah, we haven't.
We missed it, didn't we?
And
There
then
was
they have
food.
like sweeties and stuff in the afternoon. It's really great. Thank you, Jesus. Anyway, yeah, really excited for day two. Feeling like we got a lot from just last night.
Oh, didn't we?
Although we are so upset because as we were leaving from the open mic night, we got a massive FOMO, fear of missing out, because they started playing, what was it, like Man's Not Hot. There was that beat and then someone was like spitting bars over it and I was like, no, I can't believe we missed this.
He was literally so good though. We were halfway through the fields,
and we
thought about
literally
going
both
back.
stopped and was like, I think I've got a little bit of footage. I don't know if you'd hear it in the distance.
Yeah.
But anyway.
We stayed late though, I have to say. Cause
yeah, it was like 11:30.
It was midnight when we got home.
Anyway, let's go see what the day has in store. The higher bail
On a higher plane.
higher life. There are songs for that.
Closer to Jesus.
Yes.
The role of now is to make sure everyone's awake, and so we thought we'd play a game that we played a few times, but as it works, why not just stick to it? The one and only rock, paper, scissors. Now, if you haven't been before, you might be thinking that sounds quite lame. But we play a bit differently, which makes it cooler. Can I get you to come up? So, for example, when we say go, you're going to just find someone in the room. So I found Jamie. And then what you need to do, and this is if you're going to remember anything, just remember this. The house rules for today is it's 1, 2, 3, and then go. Yeah? Okay? So we're going to do that now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, okay, so in that example, well done, Jamie, I then get the opportunity to then just cheer Jamie on. So I'm going to be following Jamie wherever he goes, going, yes, Jamie, you're amazing!
Right. So the first ceremony, is it a sermon? No.
Session.
First session.
She's everything I want to become.
Yeah, we were saying how cool she was. And she was just really open, wasn't she, and vulnerable.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was basically saying don't be scared to like talk about everything and be open, and also like don't feel sad if you, some days you're like, do I actually believe in all this? Because she said like every Christian has times like that, and I think that's really good for me at the moment because I'm just going through a stage where I'm like, do I believe in all this?
I like the way she put it. So she said, like, you know when you go to the opticians and you try on different glasses? So she said some days she'll read the Bible and she'll like question it all completely and it just won't really make sense, and it's like when you can't see properly, and then she'll just wait a few days and it kind of comes into focus, so not to panic.
It was really good, and also it's given me like more vision for what I'm doing with the social media stuff and vlogging, because I do feel like I lost that like fire and that like direction,
Like for the podcast and stuff.
Podcasts and vlogs. I feel like I lost what I was doing with it, and it became just like a routine, and like I don't know, I think when you do something for ages it can just get, you can get stuck in a bit of a,
Can you hear that?
rut.
A little
I
bird
can see him, he's tiny.
Oh, hello, Free. But it was like fresh inspiration, wasn't it?
And that's what we need.
Say some good stuff.
So now we're gonna go and have some lunch.
Do you know what it is?
I don't know, but they always do good food here.
Do they?
So we're gonna go get some lunch, and then they do pudding too.
We should mention who we just met.
Oh! Yeah, I should have put him on the vlog.
Yeah, you
we just met Steve, who is the guy who was rapping when we were leaving. I feel like this whole vlog's just gonna be like
centered on
Steve. No, it isn't. And he's like, how's the vlog going? And I'm like, excuse me?
How did you know?
How did you know? Basically, Shift shared one of my stories. But anyway, I said to him, I was like, please can you perform it for the vlog? And he said next year. But I'm still going to try and get him to perform it.
Tonight would be good.
Later.
I'll move my handbag.
But anyway, yeah, we're going to go get some food, have a chat to some people, and that is what we're doing. Are you excited for your lunch?
Smells so good.
I've got to avoid them. Oh. We resisted the donuts. I don't know how we did that.
Mango and apricot hot yogurt.
Yum. Do you reckon it's like a Christian bing company? We've got to explain what we're doing. It's still blurry, or is that my eyes that are blurry? No, hold on. Okay, we're good. So, what did we just do?
We're playing a game.
No, what were we doing before? We watched the thing on Open Doors.
Yeah, watched a thing.
We listened to a talk on Open Doors.
And then we prayed.
Really good.
We prayed for the group for the persecuted church.
It was really good.
And then we're a bit sleepy.
And then we got tired, and then there's like chill out time now, so we're just in the garden. I'll show you in a sec, but we're playing a game of questions, and there's some funny answers, so I thought I'd record some. Okay,
I'll ask you a question.
Okay.
It's gonna be a food one.
Oh, am I asking you a question?
No, I'm asking you one.
Okay.
Favourite flavour? This is such a middle class question. Favourite flavour of hummus?
Oh,
Think about them all.
How do you say it? Jalapeno?
Jalapeno.
Really like that.
Do you? In a hummus?
In a hummus?
With carrots?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Your turn.
Are we still doing food?
It can literally be anything, not just food, but food's always a good one.
Good.
But I just can't carry it out. One of the ways that I find myself coping through this mess of suppressing negative emotions is by numbing and switching off, to stem the thoughts of shame with constant entertaining bombardment, which our phones have allowed to become incredibly easy. We've got Instagram, at the click of a thumb, we've got Netflix, and our computers that we turn to when we're feeling low. If you associate with those things, maybe just start thinking about when you're doing that and why you're doing that. Are you trying to avoid an emotion that's coming up in you, or a situation that you're in that you wish you didn't have to? Because God really calls us to engage with it. He doesn't call us to suppress.
You do look like a pony.
This is how you got your pony.
How was that chat? You've got to come and say.
Coming insane. Let me ask you, Olivia, how was that chat?
So we just had a chat on like basically like discovering things that have happened to you, feeling the emotions, how it's made you feel, like how it's molded you in life, right?
Yeah.
And then like basically dealing with emotions, not just shutting them off. And I think this is so apt to like how I've been for the last 7 weeks. Basically the girl who was speaking, she was like, oh, I was really high functioning, and then all of a sudden like I started to deal with these emotions and I just got tired and it was so hard, and I was like, my gosh, that's literally what I'm doing at the moment. But she said it's like such a good way of learning to heal, and it's like a worthwhile journey. I loved it. Thanks. Is that good?
Yeah, good summary.
So basically we had to write down all the things that have like moulded us in life.
So that was step 1, was like thinking back over your life and writing down like the critical moments. So they could be positive or negative, but like things that have shaped you. And then that's step 1. And then step 2 was writing on the back of the post-it note how it made you feel. So what impact did it have on you? And then maybe like what behaviours did you start doing because of it?
Yeah.
And then what was step 3? Sharing it.
Yeah, share it with close friends, which I find really challenging because obviously I vlog and it's like my thing is being vulnerable with loads of people and like putting it out there, but basically they're saying like don't share your story with loads of people, and I'm like,
well, you can later, but like
yeah, maybe it's like when I'm like, so for example, like I wouldn't jump on the vlog and start sharing what I'm doing with my counsellor at the moment, but I know once I've gone through it I can explain more about it. Yeah, this is a wild journey, and I know you're probably sat there like this has got nothing to do with horses, but it so has. It's like all my insecurities that I have in every other area of my life come out in my riding, and it really stops me like performing well. So I know if I want to be like the best rider I can be and do my horses justice, then I have to deal with the hard stuff. But that is life, friends. Anyway, it's now dinner time, so we're gonna go to the loo, have some dinner, come in here, chat to Hattie, who just did the talk. I really want to say well done.
Let's go say hi.
So we've had dinner. What are you doing, you creeper? We've had dinner and had a choc pot, which was naughty.
Flippered.
Oh, shouldn't have done that. No, I'm not going to say shouldn't, should. I did that. That was my choice.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I treated myself. There we go. Positive thinking. Anyway, what am I saying? And then we were walking to the car to get some...
To empty my bin.
Sweets. And I saw a guy called Ramsey, and Ramsey is the guy last year. I was saying to him, I was like, oh, it'd be so nice to have something like this around Ledbury. Like, I'm the only young Christian. It's really sad. And he was like, oh, you just need to find one person. Anyway, little one over here is the one person. We prayed about it a week later. This one shows up in Ledbury. And so then we started a Bible study group together.
Yeah. So
and
this time last year I was just moving, wasn't I?
Yeah, and this is where it was initiated. So it's kind of special, and I'm glad we got to tell him.
He liked it, I think.
Yeah, I definitely didn't explain the story as well as I could have on the vlog, but that's the gist of it, because my arm's going numb.
More details another time.
We're back at the Fortress, which is the car, and we've just had dinner, been having long, deep, meaningful conversations, which was really nice. And now we've got the last talk. I was gonna film it, but I actually thought like it'd be really nice just to enjoy it and not worry like, oh, did I get this bit? Or like when everyone's worshipping, be like, oh, I need to get this bit because the beat's gonna kick in. And I just wanted to like, yeah, just enjoy it. Because it's meant to be like a replenishing weekend. Not that I don't enjoy vlogging, but obviously you're kind of always thinking about it. So I might continue, I probably will continue tomorrow just to show you guys the end. But yeah, you've got the sermon now, and then after the sermon is like a big party, and they have like a bonfire and a DJ come in, and I stayed last time because it was so fun. But this year I think we're gonna go home, which I'm annoyed about because I wanted to get it on the vlog. But I'm very tired at the moment. My throat has got bad again. And so I think I just need to be sensible and make sure I get some sleep, because we've got to get up again in the morning to come back. So I'm just trying to be like sensible and not say yes to everything and not get stressed about the FOMO. So that's what we're doing. Are you having some gum? Yeah, so you guys will probably see us tomorrow morning when we're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Bright eyes. Day 3! Woo! Also, we found a new Christian rap artist. Oh, it's a bumpy road. Anyway, we're enjoying that.
Thoughts of the day?
So it's day 3 and we are rocking up a little bit late as always. So it's 9:45. At 10 we're listening to the last talk by Simon, which will be really exciting, and then we're all going to have some lunch together.
Yeah.
And then that is the end, which is so sad.
Reflections, my friend, so far.
Reflections so far is I'm feeling super close to Jesus, which is amazing. And feeling like really inspired, pumped up, which is really cool. And just feeling like I understand the whole like relationship with God more than the like religion side. So it's not just about the like, what did he say last night? He was like, you can know all about Jesus, but it doesn't mean you know Jesus. And I was like, wow, gee, that's strong. So yeah, because before this I was coming in like, and I was all about like rules and like more fearing God rather than like doing things out of love for him. I would do it because I was like, oh, he'll punish me if I don't do it, or like my life won't be as good. And that's just coming from like a selfish, like me being the center heart. Hi Cass. Instead of like just having that relationship with God and like loving him and trusting in him, and it was more fear-based than faith-based. So that's a good reflection.
Deep stuff. Right, we're here.
Yeah, we're here. Wave to everyone.
Hello,
Point the
friends.
camera.
There's some people.
Also, I got a smiley face biscuit. How are you feeling, Lucy?
Sleepy. What about the general experience? Oh, it's been so cool.
Because it's your first time?
Yes. What to say? Call me later.
We've got Simon coming to speak to us for one last time this weekend. And then we're going to have a little bit of an update from the shift team about what's going on shift at the moment and for kind of the rest of the year. And then we're going to have one last meal together. And we are also, I think, going to be doing some baptism. Is that all?
Yeah. So, good morning. Good morning. Nice response. So we're going to play another traditional game of shift. Many people have asked if it's coming this year, and it is. And we're going to do Human Bop It. Twist it, bop it, pull it, flick it, pull it, spin it, bop it, twist it, Mario! Let's hear their name.
Buzz! What you said. Mars, get your shirt off!
Bop it, stick it, pull it, flick it, twist it, spin one. And if you might all be winners. Okay, well done.
Yes, Mario.
Go on, Mario.
Pull it, flick it, spin it, pop it, flick it, pull it, twist it, pop it, flick it, pull it, spin it, pop it, twist it, flick it.
Are you proud? I'm so proud of you.
There's a certain kind of bamboo in Asia that grows to prodigious heights, at prodigious speed, sometimes as much as 60 feet in 6 weeks. It's amazing fast growth, but before that growth spurt, the seed lies dormant beneath the ground for up to 5 years. And the farmers that grow that bamboo, thankfully, they know that. Because otherwise, having planted it within a few months, a year, they would pull it up, wouldn't they? Because it's not very productive. But no, they know what the deal is, and they don't give up, and they wait, and then suddenly it comes. Every bit of watering and waiting is worthwhile. No prayer is wasted. And Oswald Chambers says this. He says, it's inbred in us that we have to do exceptional things for God, but we don't have to do that. We have to be exceptional in the ordinary things. To be holy in mean streets among mean people, and this isn't learned in 5 minutes. Another one of my heroes is James Fraser, and he went to the Lisu people, mountains of Western China, and they didn't want to know about Jesus. They were steeped in the occult, witchcraft, ancestral spirits, and he spent 7 years, 0 fruit, faithfully going from community to community. And sometimes he would stand, he had mental health issues, not surprisingly. In his complete isolation, he would stand on the edge of the cliff as he was tormented and wanted to commit suicide. And he prayed and he prayed and he fasted and he was faithful and he was consistent. And then one day, the Holy Spirit said to him, the battle is won. And he went back to each of those same villages, and they all came to Jesus. 5 families in this village, 7 in this village, and there's a people movement to Christ. He can quit on the 6th year. Anyway, he said this. He reflected on his work, and he concluded the following: I used to think that prayer should take the first place and teaching the second. I now feel that prayer should have the first place, the second place, the third place, and teaching the 4th place. Commitment, courage, consistency, and last one, confidence. Therefore, my brothers and sisters,
but as a community, one of the things we've been journeying with and seeing and being challenged on is these are some of the stuff that we need to start bringing to the surface. And begin not stigmatizing counseling or stigmatizing mental health and emotional health, and begin addressing those things, right? So as we leave this place, it isn't maybe for those that led the session to hold our hands through it, but to say, okay, here are some resources, and so we really wanted to pray over that and make sure that you left this place feeling protected, but a plan. And so I would once again encourage you to speak to someone you came with or one of the prayer team to just say, okay, help me with a plan. I opened up some stuff and I really think I need help to go there. If you've come to any of these over the years, these have been places for me personally to be wrestling with this stuff and God taking me on my own journeys and often not being able to talk here without tears strolling down my face. And years where I'd stand underneath those arches and a good friend Simon Fox would come and say, how's it going? And I'm like, I just have to hold it together. I just have to hold it. And he's like, dude, and we've been friends since we were 16, 15. He's like, that was never the culture. Hold it together. He's like, who said hold it together? God doesn't want us to hold it together. He wants us to open up and for him to just do heart surgery, right? He wants to come in and heal us from within. And so that's the culture we want to create, where it feels a little uncomfortable. You know when you're wounded, if it's not healed, when you touch it, it hurts. But when it is, there's a deep scar, but you can touch it and it's okay. And that's your story. You see, that's what I've been through. And so if it was difficult to go there and it still hurts, it means there's more healing to be had, right? God, in his goodness and his graciousness, wants to do a work in us. And in a moment, I just want to invite out some people to just share a little bit about what God has maybe done off the back of last year or the year before, and even here today. I want to hear some testimonies of what God has done in you that has lined these things up. And so Jordan, over the last few weeks and months has been doing like a bit of an audit on where we're at, what the state of things are, what the turnover of people who come to the weekend are, what are the potential of what we can go on to do. And so I just want Jordan to just introduce himself, just share a little bit, and then I'd love for us to just pray for him and as he represents what we want to go on to do. So,
sure. Hello. How is everyone? Good. Yeah, the vision is to see our generation captivated by God and impacting culture. And I think if that's the vision, the mission is to basically be catalysts of radical disciples. And that's why we do these weekends, but there has to be more such things throughout the year. There has to be that voice continually speaking around like what radical discipleship looks like. And actually the heart is not to have necessarily to have more events that we all then come to, but actually no, you guys go out and you become the catalyst in your region, you become the catalyst in Ledbury. I'm a little bit emotional because stories always ruin me a little bit, so I'm like trying to hold it together. And we'll let it out, maybe, I don't know. Caleb, pray for me. It's all right, stop it. We pray that you would just give him the energy to do all the things that you're calling him to do. And we just pray for the most incredible connections for him to form with our community and with those outside of our community. And that in every conversation, in every interaction, you would just be honoured. Your name would be lifted high. Lord, that your kingdom would come more and more. We pray for more of you and less of Jordan. More of you and less of us. Purify our hearts, God. We love you, Jesus. More and more every day, Father God, we want to wake up and say, I'm more in love with Jesus today than I was yesterday. Thank you for this man. Show us how we can support him and what you called him to do. Show us how we can build him up and encourage him every day.
Let's pray. Right. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for such an incredible weekend. Thank you for this amazing family of people in this room. These amazing individual children of God who are co-heirs with Christ in your mission field. And I pray for all of us as a family, as a community, that you would ignite our hearts as we leave this place. We thank you so much for Simon. We thank you for Liz. We thank you for Open Doors who spoke, for Hattie and Ramsey who spoke. We thank you for the band. We thank you for the host of Trams, their farm. There's so many people that we could be thanking for putting this weekend together, but it's all for your glory, and we thank you that you show that, God. And we thank you that every single time we make space for you, whether it's on a farm in Gloucester or whether it's in our front room in our house, you show up. You always show up. Thank you. Amen.
It's over now, but anyway, we're going to have some lunch, and then baptisms are happening in the stream, so I really want to vlog that, so it's so special. But we've got so much to tell you. We got up and told our story, by the way. I was so scared. I'm so proud. We go this way. I was so scared, and Lucy was like, yeah, let's do it, and I was like, ah! Anyway, I'm really glad we did. But it's cool to share it. And then some really nice guy took pictures. So there's no footage of it, but I'll have put the pictures in. You guys would have seen that. No way! I think it's him. He put his hand up. Let's go film him get baptised. Food! Yummy. Oh, yeah, here's the food. Sweet chilli sauce, sriracha, so true.
Oh, you were in deep chat. I didn't want.
So we're all getting ready to go to the baptism. Mario's here again. And there's someone over there that's getting baptised. Some more people coming.
Oh, lovely. Stotty. I'm not sure that's a screen, more of a... That is amazing.
Oh my god, that's for sure. Oh wow.
Looks a bit stagnant.
A little slow.
You are having a laugh. Crouching, you're going in.
For warming up the pool. Very exciting. Is there anyone else who's been baptised? Someone said there might be. Yeah!
My eyes in wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and me.
Where do you think the best dunking spot is, Ben? You know the stream. Okay, Dan, this afternoon we baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, Tish, we baptize you today in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
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 I will stay this way. And we baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Anne, Tish, Savannah, do not be ashamed to confess the faith of Christ crucified. Fight valiantly as a disciple of Christ against sin, the world, and the devil, and remain faithful to Christ to the end of your life. Amen. 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 Guys, Jordan's going to pray for us.
That was to dictate the rest of their life with their sons and daughters loved by God, who did nothing to earn their place at your table and can do nothing to keep their place at your table, because it was freely given from Father. May they walk in sonship. May they walk in daughtership their whole lives, we pray. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Well, we're outside the pub. Hello, friends. Hi. So we stopped off at a pub that we keep driving by every time we come. By the Riviera of Gloucester. Riviera of Gloucester. But anyway, we're going to sign off the vlog now. But how are we going to summarise the weekend? How do you summarise that? Basically, we've just been having a conversation. I won't share like what with because it's like quite deep personal stuff, but it's just stirred a lot of things. And we feel like really convicted in a good way. But yeah, like really challenged, and I think that's something that I can forget, is that actually the challenges are really important and really good, and good for growth. Yeah, and that God just wants the best for us. So even when it feels hard, he wants us to like grow in these tough times. Yeah, but I'm just literally like overwhelmed with how incredible Shift was. So like second year for me, first year for Luce, and there's so much to reflect on and then like act on, I feel. Yeah. You've given like the best little chat. Oh, and we should say what we decided. With what? To be like more, basically. To not just be like okaying everything all the time or being like, oh, I do that too, or like, oh, it's okay, like we all mess up. Yeah. But to be more like, so have a balance. Hold each other accountable. Yeah, I don't like that word, but why? I just don't like it. Does it scare you? No, it's just bored hearing it. I think honesty. Honesty. Be honest with each other and be more like fire. Yeah. But then do like nice stuff as well. Be like self-compassionate and be caring to yourself and feel the feelings, but be truthful as well. Don't be ashamed of them, but then move past it and like up the game. We seem really sad. We're not. We've just been having like a deep chat. Yeah. Deep chat. My camera's dying. But anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this, make sure to check out Shift. And if you guys want to come next year, come. And they also have a New Year's party, New Year's Eve party, which is really cool. And the people who run it, I'm pretty sure they're based from London. But just drop them a message, follow them on social media.